Channel 4 comedy The Windsors is returning for a coronation special ahead of King Charles' big day May 6. The soap opera-inspired sitcom lampoons the famous family with Harry Enfield playing a power-hungry Charles and Hayden Gwynn as evil stepmother Camilla. The feature-length episode will see the monarch wanting an epic accession to the throne, only for Prince William, Hugh Skinner, to scale down proceedings in a bid to reflect the cost of living crisis. The official synopsis reads, Charles' whole life has been building up to this moment and he wants the UK's first coronation in 70 years to be a spectacular affair with all the pomp and circumstance he deserves, as does his queen consort Camilla, who can't wait to drape herself in diamonds and fur. Sadly, the UK is in the middle of a cost of living crisis and Wills thinks the coronation should reflect these more straitened times. Other returning characters include the Duchess of Cambridge Kate, Louise Ford, Princesses Beatrice, Ellie White, and Eugenie, Celeste Dring. As well as Charles' siblings Anne, Vicky Pepperdine, Edward, Matthew Cottle, and Kate's sister Pippa, Morgana Robinson. Head of Channel 4 comedy Joe Halley said, "Any channel worth its salt has a landmark show with the word coronation in the title. For the BBC it was the world's first televised coronation in 1953. For ITV it's the world's longest-running soap Coronation Street. We at Channel 4 are delighted to announce that we now have our own record-breaking coronation jewel at the heart of our broadcasting crown. The funniest show on telly during a momentously historic week for Britain." The comedy spoof previously foresaw the Sussexes move to America, a year before the real-life drama unfolded. "It's a seat-of-the-pants operation," writer Bert Tyler Moore said, who alongside George Jeffra honed his craft on sketch shows such as Ruddy Hell. It's Harry Paul and the Armstrong Miller Show, and created Channel 4's spoof celebrity series, Star Stories. Oddly, we predicted a move to America for Meghan and Harry, so it's almost like events are playing out exactly as we prophesied. We saw there was a feud brewing and that there was a bit of unhappiness there, so we thought that might be the upshot of it. The show began back in 2016 with the writing duo creating parodies of all the key members of the family, apart from the Queen and Prince Philip. "I think from the beginning everyone thought the Queen's so loved and respected and doesn't do much wrong that it was best to steer clear," explains Bert. "There's not much to take the mickey out of, whereas with the others there's plenty." Series 3 follows on from the Harry and Meghan royal wedding special in 2018, and sees the couple adjusting to life as new parents with Harry trying to stick to Meghan's clean living ways. Harry is now played by Tom Durant-Pritchard, who starred as Billy Wallace, briefly a fiancé of Princess Margaret's, in The Crown, while Catherine Drysdale continues as Meghan, a role she's been playing since the show began. "When I first started playing her all we knew was that she was an actress from LA who had a lifestyle blog and loved her green juices," says Catherine. "But since then there have been more public appearances, so there was a lot more stuff for me to research. I noticed that her accent has muted a bit and that's obviously part of the job. Because she's an American and Prince Harry, Princess Diana's son, found love with her after being single for so long, people are always going to find their narrative interesting whether they had stepped back as senior royals or not. Nevertheless, there are elements of being a member of the royal family that Meghan seems to enjoy in the new episodes of The Windsors. She's using her position as a platform to speak out about the things she truly believes in, and superfoods, especially avocados, are one of them, laughs Catherine. She's got Harry off the booze and they've just been to a wellness retreat where she integrated some of her yoga lifestyle into his. I don't know if she has a strong hold over Harry in real life, but certainly in the world of our Windsors she does. Tom is relishing playing Harry too. It's such a fun role, he says. Harry is actually still succumbing to some of his old vices like booze, crisps and peanuts, all the things he loves, although he's trying not to. It's a slightly different vibe to appearing in The Crown, but The Windsors isn't done in a way that's cruel. Everything is taken to a ridiculous level, and I think that's why it's so enjoyable. I think it would be a slightly awkward conversation, though, if I met Harry and he said he watched it. Bert and George claim they've heard the show has had a mixed reaction from the royals. William did a talk at Channel 4 and he'd obviously watched it because he made reference to it, says George. But it didn't seem like he was cross. We've heard other people are very slightly cross about it, like Charles and Fergie. But it's all hearsay. Neither Bert nor George is a royalist, and they believe it's vital that parodies of such institutions exist, whether you like them or not. Things like The Crown can be quite reverential to the royal family, so it's great to be able to take the mickey, says Bert. Having said that, we try to make all our characters lovable. The trick is to win over both those who are fans of the royal family and those who aren't. I think we've pulled that off.